All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here, Jimmy Britt's like 2:30 in the morning. You can see I'm dirty. I showed you in other videos, but I'm making some, but I've been tiling my bathroom. We hired a guy, or we're gonna hire a guy to do it. He never showed and constantly BS for a month and a half, so finally I just broke down and started YouTubing it, and I've been doing it myself. But we're up here, it's late, but what we wanna talk about today, looks of the vehicles, the looks, okay? How does it feel to you? Does it matter? And I'll bet we're gonna get a lot of mixed reviews in the comments on this kind of thing. But me personally, looks matter tremendously of a vehicle to me, more so than a lot of people believe. To me, it has to look good. For me, an example, I think the Mojave is the best looking Gladiator there is. I love it. Now, I have to buy the Rubicon because of the fact that I need the front locker for what I do, but don't think for a second that I think the Rubicon looks better than a Mojave. You got a Rubicon sitting right here, and it's a gorgeous truck. Very nice truck, but it does not have the meanness, that attitude that we get with a Mojave. A Mojave just has the punch and the snout and the attitude, and I like it a lot. I mean, I would absolutely love to have a Mojave, especially when you get into one like this with the mud tires on there. I mean, that's a wicked looking truck right there. So to me, looks matter. Color does matter. I love the 41 color. Here's that Willis right here. Willis, any way you want to do it. If I hear one more person tell me how to say it, I'm going to jump through the phone and slap somebody. Okay, it's whichever way you want to say it, but it is technically pronounced Willis, is how he pronounced his name, even though it's spelled Willis. Okay, call it whatever you want to. There's that 41 right there, beautiful. And as a matter of fact, if I buy a 41 color Gladiator, which is my intention to do, and if I do it, I may very well see if I can buy these wheels from from Mopar and put them on my 41 Gladiator. Because again, why? Because looks matter. It matters to me. I might also on my, see, here we go, you got your Mojave and the Gladiator, Rubicon, they're all the same. Even this one, the Sport. See how they all have the same matching grille to the rest of the vehicle? See how they all match the vehicle basically like that? Even this one, it all matches, but there's one catch to that, and that is the Willis, or Willys, the black grille. I love that look. So I very well might be, when I get a 41 Gladiator, be putting this grille on it along with those wheels. Why? Like that kind of a look right there. Why? Because looks matter. Looks matter to all of us. We buy that kind of stuff. Well, not to all of us, because again, some of you will disagree. We're going to talk about some vehicles that I would buy and some I definitely wouldn't. You would never see me in a million years drive. Okay. Now, what about Tina's Colorado ZR2? You know, we're up here and it's a beautiful night and I get to drive this because it's out of gas. Otherwise, she would not let me have taken this. But that truck right there, she watched me review a ZR2 and a Trail Boss, and she said, I want to look at that one, the red one, which was the ZR2. That's the one she wanted. Why? She likes the stance. She likes the tires. She likes everything about it. She liked the punch and the power of it. To her, the looks mattered. She doesn't care that it's got front lockers or rear lockers. She doesn't care that it's got Multimatic DSSV shocks. She doesn't care about any of that. She wanted it because of the way it looks. Looks matter. I didn't mind buying it because of the fact that it's got the capabilities. What about a Rebel? Rebel 2, one of the sexiest trucks out there in the full-size world, hands down, in my opinion. Very, very good-looking truck. Very well done. Most of the people that are buying them, they're not really using them too much for off-road, but it's got the capabilities for it, and they buy it because of the looks and what it is and what it's got on there. So that happens quite a bit. We see it more and more often on that sort of an approach. Now, what about some other things on here? Let's take a look around, see what else we got on here. We got some pretty neat stuff on the lot. Look at two-door, okay? Look at this two-door Willis with that new Phantom Blue. Look at this, look how gorgeous this Jeep is. Now, soft top, but there's no denying that the Willis package, or Willys package on the two-door, especially with a hard top, they had one, I think they sold that because I don't see it here anymore. They had a 41 that way. But with the mud terrains, mud tires, look at the look of this Jeep. How proportionate and how straight up sexy, gorgeous, beautiful that is. Looks matter. That thing is just a work of art. Again, especially if it was a hardtop version. Like I said, I don't see that other one. They had that, they had here, sorry, looking around there, but they had that 41, is that it right there? No, that's a Mojave, that's a Gladiator. But you remember last time we were up here, sitting right over here where that white Jeep is, they had that Willis, or Willys with a 35 Extreme Recon package on it. That was just a two-door. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous. So looks matter. Look at here, little color on the lot. Beautiful red Rebel, you know, with that burgundy, maroon, whatever. I don't know what color it is. It's that very nice, deep red looking color to it. Gorgeous. Sand colored Rebel X. People buy this stuff because of the looks. The looks matter. Now, what are some of the things you'd never see me buying that I don't think look good, that I'm not going to get, that a lot of you guys would agree with and say, or you would say, oh, I'd love to have that. Let's take a look at that and see. Here's one for you. Here's a used Raptor sitting here. Something like 90% of Raptors, Ford keeps it, remember, Ford tracks all your data, all manufacturers do now. They all know what you do and when you do. And somewhere I remember hearing that something like 90% of the Ford Raptors in the first year of ownership never even get put into four-wheel drive. The transfer case never shifts into four-wheel drive. Again, all that data is sent to Ford. And that's what they said. They don't even use four-wheel drive. Okay, all that vehicle, and why are people buying it? They're buying it for the looks. They want the Raptor. They want the name. They want the power. They want it to be what it is, but they have no intention of using it as it's designed for. No intentions whatsoever. Makes perfect sense. And that's the way, that's the world we live in today. This is just part of the game. Me personally, I would never buy a Raptor. It doesn't fit my lifestyle, and like I said, they look cool, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not something that interests me that I think looks that good. I'm not a fan of it. We're moving over here to another couple vehicles I wanted to show you. What about that third gen Taco right there? I love it. Love it. I love the looks of this. I like the looks of the new one too, but I love this one. This one is what we call a deceiver. It looks, because it's got such a short cab to door ratio, this zone right in here is so little that it looks so big and beefy, yet it's not. It's sitting on 31-inch tires or something. There's nothing big about it, but it looks like it's got all this ground clearance in it. So the looks of these third gen Tacomas blow the doors off the looks of the fourth gen, in my opinion. Looks matter to many of us, okay? This, a Jeep Sahara, nothing wrong with them. Beautiful Jeep, classy. The looks to me are great. I think when the Saharas are done and they're all color matched like this, it reminds me of a G-Wagon. It looks like an extended, more budget-friendly version of a G-Wagon. I love the look of that. So looks matter. I mean, if I was a city folk driving, non-off-roader kind of thing and I would buy this in a heartbeat because of the looks and the way it does. Like I said, it looks to me like a G-Wagon. Love how this one's got an Oerdo front bumper on it and setup on her. I don't see a winch. This is used, but it's the fact that, like I said, looks very G-Wagon-esque to me. Here's another used one where people get to customize it. Why are they customizing it? Because they want to make it look the way they want. It is all about looks. Look at that. This is definitely owned by a woman, which is kind of cool. But look at the colors you got on the wheels, and even look at the grill. Look at the insert in the grill. Kind of cool. Nice vehicles here, no doubt about it. Nice setup. But the looks matter to everybody. Here's one over here that I would never be caught driving. I'll show you. Actually, here's one I would. And a lot of people, now there's some things on here that would bug me on this one, but notice here that we got a lift on this truck, on this 250's got a lift, and we got some Falcon Wild Peak tires, and it looks more off-roady. I like that. I want this look. I like that look. It flows with my style. For you, many of you guys, you're like, the tailgate's too hard to access, it's too hard to get in and out of, it looks stupid, you're losing MPGs, you're losing gas miles. I get it. Now, me personally, I do not like the whited out F250, the whited out Lariat, and the whited out front grille. I don't like that in the white caps on the mirrors. I don't like that even a little bit. But the point is, everybody has their opinions on what looks good and doesn't look good. And many people, that matters. Many people, it does not. To the people it does not, they're the people that buy this stuff. I'll show you. We'll come right over here. We start talking about function and form over money. We get into something like this. Look at right here. Beautiful, Ram 3500 Cummins diesel, 8-foot bed, crew cab. Look at that beast right there. Look at that, little worker wheels. Look at those tires. My God, I think those came off of my roller skates from the 80s. I mean, look at how little those are. They're like 4 donut spares is what it looks like on that thing. But we're talking pure function. You have the cab space for everything you could ever possibly do. You have the bed space for everything you could possibly do. You have the amazing Cummins motor. You have everything that you could do with this truck is right there. And there's plenty of people that would go, I don't care what it looks like. I drive that thing all day. And that's what I'm talking about. Some people it does matter, some people it does not matter. It all depends on who you are, but I'm curious where you fit in. For me, as a truck enthusiast, for somebody that's into that kind of stuff, it matters tremendously what the truck looks like. And I will spend the money to buy the truck that actually looks better. There's a reason I would buy a Colorado Trail Boss over a Colorado Z71. I like the aggressive look of the Trail Boss, even though there's really no difference in off-road capability between the two of them, but I like the look of that Trail Boss. Okay, there's a lot of things like that that matter. Here's a beautiful 2500 Chevy 2500 Silverado. Great truck. First thing I would do with that thing is I would have to put 35s on it, one way or the other, no matter what it took to do, because I could not live with that look with 33s on it. Same thing with this right here. If I bought this Sierra right here, I could not tolerate the look of that. Even if I didn't off-road, I would have to put some aggressive tires on it and give that thing a little lift in the front end, level it out, and put some bigger tires on it. It's a mandatory deal for me because the look of the vehicle matters. Many of you guys would, again, argue with me and say that that's the dumbest thing I could do because I would lose gas mileage, it would hurt the ride quality, it would be a noisy ride, it would take away from the plushness and the comfort ride of it, and you're right, it would, but that's how important looks are. Where do you fit in? How do you feel? What about this Tacoma sitting right here? SR5, I love the look of it. Look at that. The black wheels stand out good, but the tires got to go. We need something more aggressive on there, put a little more punch in it, but I love the way it's set up. I like the black with the white. You know, this is the kind of stuff that matters. Beautiful looking Willis right here on a Gladiator. This is that one on the lift that we talked about that they still have here. This matters. Okay, I don't know why it's still sitting here and hasn't sold, because this is one heck of a Jeep right there. This thing is gorgeous. Blacked out grille, 35s, done up right. Look at the setup on this thing. Factory Jeep Mopar lift with Bilstein remote reservoirs on this thing. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Gladiator. I would buy that in a heartbeat because that is the look that matters. Now, some people will say it's childish and I'm being ridiculous. And you know what? Maybe I am. But again, as a truck enthusiast, this stuff matters. How do you feel? Where are you at? Would you buy this version right here of a Compass, the Latitude version, or would you know where it's got the just the aluminum wheels, or would you have to upgrade to a Limited or a Altitude or something like that, where you're going to get more features and more things and more bells and whistles and more classier look to it? Does that stuff matter to you? Okay, here's two Grand Cherokees. Here is a a simple base model right there. Here we're getting upgraded wheels, we're getting the better look, we're getting a little different stuff. How important is that stuff to you? To me personally, it's tremendously important. And to most people, I think it is. I want to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.